I like how it says in the top corner, it says actual recording is higher quality, but for Ryan, it's just not true.
It's just not.
Yeah, because my quality is already the highest it can be, which is pretty good.
Which is pretty trash.
No, it's already perfect. It's perfect.
Darius Rucker, man. It's been 10 days since he's been arrested.
Yeah.
But he's out.
Yeah,
because
he's performing at the Super Bowl. With Tua.
What?
Did you not see that?
He was playing.
He was performing Wagon Wheel at a bar in Vegas with.
Oh, was he really? I didn't know that.
And Daniel Jones was dancing in the crowd. It was awesome.
Oh, that's sick. I need to pull up that video. I'd love that. Man, I wish I was there. Oh, well. Speaking of being there, welcome back to episode 21 of Thank You Bro Podcast. No intro, except
these intros are so crazy.
They're so good, though.
I kind of like
just your host, Will Glover, every week.
Yeah. So exactly. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, bro. What was the opposite of thank you, bro? You sent in the text. It was like my bad, bro, or whatever.
Yeah, my bad, bro. That's gonna be the sequel.
We'll have to. That's Spencer and Ryan's spinoff.
Or when Ryan doesn't show up to record, it's called Never Mind, Bro.
Never mind. Or when Ryan's AirPods disconnect and we can't hear. I cannot
Never
hear,
mind, bro.
I can't hear, bro.
Yeah,
all right. Anyways, so episode 21. We're in our Tim Duncan era. Thanks for all the support.
In our era?
We had a good episode last week. We are in our era. Yes, this is the Thank You Bro era. Actually, that would probably be like 2025 if we end up still doing this. I need Spencer to take over. Spencer needs to make a TikTok. Would y'all like? Give me feedback. Would y'all like TikTok, or if not, whatever. Ryan's not too confident on this one, but Ryan doesn't.
It's not about the existing listeners. They don't need the TikTok, but the ones out there that don't know about us yet, they need the TikTok.
So you need it.
They need it. They don't know it, but they need it.
Well, then
Spence, you used to be on TikTok.
I don't know what the problem is. Yeah,
I used to be on TikTok. I invented TikTok,
and you would always.
I used to be.
You
would
always start a video by saying, "Hey, TikTok."
Are you serious? That's terrible.
Yeah. This was like 2018. Like this was when nobody really knew what it was.
Yikes! It was like Musically.
Yeah, it was like nobody really knew what it was yet.
That's awesome.
And I'd say, "What's up, TikTok?"
I didn't know that. So you get to learn some new Spencer Galloway lore every single day. It's refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's good.
Shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, speaking of refreshments, the Super Bowl happened, and we had a great time watching it. The outcome is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Wait, what was that about refreshments at the Super Bowl?
You know,
did you have some?
How did you choose to stay fresh? Did you have Gatorade, Powerade, water? What'd you have?
I had Gatorade and Powerade this morning.
Yeah, you did.
Some liquid
Long
IV.
recovery.
No, it wasn't that bad. Besides maybe breaking my toe, I guess. By jumping in a pool
Didn't you
after
jump
losing
into
a bet.
like a 25-degree pool or something?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cold.
Yeah, after it was snowing in Abilene.
Yeah, saved me. So I got my beanie on.
There you go.
That's not why.
He's still cold.
Yeah. So, guys, what are your? I know y'all watched it on a 48-inch TV. So go ahead and give me the spiel on what y'all thought about the game last night.
Okay, I don't know where this misconception began. Right? It's a good TV. All right, it's a fine TV. You could see everything.
I wasn't attacking you. You're getting so defensive for what?
Because it was my TV.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect. It was perfect. And it's all we needed.
Darius Rucker. There it is. Jar. They don't know that. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, it was good.
They don't know about the jar.
I'm sure Spencer will tell you the same exact thing. We had a lovely viewing experience in my living room on my TV, surrounded by some great company.
I don't know about that one. Spencer was texting me in the chat last night saying I have to watch this on a 48-inch TV. So
I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that. You said, imagine watching this on a tiny TV. And then I was like, I just agreed. But it was fine. It was fine because the whole time I was standing up anyway. I was like standing up at the TV. I wasn't even sitting down. I was right there on the screen.
Spence
I was locked in. It was fun to be.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That's why.
It wasn't even that. I don't think. And I learned something about Spencer that kind of troubles me as a Patriots fan. You know, we both big Patriots fans, big Boston sports fans, big Northeast guys right there. But he told me, you know what, Ryan? He looked at me after the game and said, "I just love dynasties." So I don't even know if it's a real Patriot right there sitting across from me, or if he just likes dynasties and just like
incoming Chiefs fan. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's crazy.
converting.
like when's the
That's
Mahomes
crazy
check coming in the
blasphemy.
mail? Like I'm just curious. Like
Well, that'll be here Tuesday.
Okay.
But
Is that-
regardless, I did not
I
see
expect
it.
that.
I think this morning I told you that it's the closest thing to the Patriots that we've had, and I'm not a Chiefs
That's
fan,
fair.
but it's like same thing with the NBA. Like if my team's out, I want a rooting interest. I'm not going to adopt the team forever, but it's like I also am drawn to the teams that are most like the Patriots in the fact that nobody wanted to see the Chiefs win. But similar to how will follow LeBron for the rest of his career just because he's the best player in the league. We're going to have a generation of people who are like that with Mahomes on the NFL side, where it's just like you just want to root for the best because they're the best.
There he is.
So it was fun.
Lay poop.
And you kind of knew it was inevitable that the Chiefs were going to pull this out. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The hell were we thinking there? San Francisco was favored by 2.5. And then I don't think anybody thought that the Chiefs were out of it, even when what was the worst point in the game for them? Maybe the
with like a minute
Pacheco
left.
fumble. And then, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end there, when they lost the coin toss in overtime. And then,
I mean, you knew it was going to happen. They're just inevitable. It's just like what you said earlier.
Yeah.
It's about it's the whole Tom Brady thing. You know, and actually this. I was watching this morning. Skip and not Skip. I don't know why I said Skip and Shannon. Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp were arguing about this question, and I kind of want to see where y'all are at too. Who is closer? Who is the number 2 closer to number 1? Is LeBron closer to MJ or is Mahomes closer to Brady? And I already know my answer. I know both
insane.
of y'all's answers. Hey, dude, 7 minutes in. Are you kidding me?
LeBron is closer to MJ.
oh, he's going to mark it down.
Damn it, Spencer.
Yeah, no,
LeBron is closer to MJ because he's already
surpassed.
surpassed MJ.
He's
Yeah.
already passed. Yeah, I just wanted to. This was that, and that was Shannon's art. Shannon Sharp argued the same thing. But Stephen A. Of course, Stephen A. is like the world's most clickbait.
He's
journalist ever
big time
said
glaze.
works.
Mahomes is closer to
Yeah.
Brady than LeBron. Yeah, it worked because it was on my phone. So I just
Yep.
wanted to get y'all's thoughts on it.
I don't. You know, I think that Mahomes, and I've seen it on every station I've watched today or any broadcast or whatever, that Mahomes is only 28, which true.
That's
Statistically,
impressive.
I mean, he's right there with Brady. He might even be a step ahead of Brady where he was at 28. You got to remember, Brady had that long drought. The Patriots dynasty was really 2 separate dynasties. There was the early 2000s and then the 2010s. And, you know what, 2006, 2005 to 2013, it was always, you know, coming up just short, not having that one extra player, that one play made. Even if they were the best team, like the undefeated season with Randy Moss and company. So we'll see what happens. You know, you never know what's going to happen. I don't think anyone should be ready to call Patrick Mahomes the GOAT or surpassing Brady yet, because he could get injured and miss a season.
He's got
he
a
could get injured and
long
miss
way
a
to
couple
go.
seasons. You know,
Long way.
Who's going to take over once Andy Reid retires? Andy Reid's not going to be coaching there in 3 years. He's going to be gone. So who takes over? If you have a bad coach, you're not going to win. I don't care how great Mahomes is. If that's not a well-coached team, the quarterback can only do so much. So we'll see
Is
what
the
happens.
writing on the wall for Kyle Shanahan to join Kansas City when Reed goes?
I guess so.
Just a thought.
It kind
Just
of
a
has
thought.
to be, right? I wanted
Just a
to
thought.
go back to the so Mahomes 28, 2-time MVP, right? Yeah, 3-time
2-time MVP.
Super Bowl MVP. Brady at this time was a 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 0-time MVP. So Mahomes is already ahead of him. But like you said, it's about longevity. So, I mean, anything could happen. Mahomes is the type of build for a QB, though, that can last a long, long time. So we'll see. I liked what you said, though. It's
Yeah.
about longevity.
I mean, we got to remember Brady played until 46. So
45, yeah.
If Mahomes is 28,
stats.
It's really hard to imagine 17 more years of Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's pretty tough. And you're going to have to, if you want to touch some of those all-time records, you're going to have to play at least another 12.
Oh, yeah.
And keep up the same pace.
I think he can. I think he can do it.
And go on deep playoff runs. And yeah, I mean, it's yesterday just proved to me that all the discussions we have during the regular season are just extracurricular. Like any arguments about Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, they're cute. They're fun. Give Jackson the MVP. Cool. It's all just side shit. I mean, this is the best player in the world. And he has been for the past, 4 or 5 years now. Like, so, it's not a discussion. It's, if you don't want to give him the MVP every year, get it. It's the same thing with LeBron, the voter fatigue thing. It's why Jokic didn't win last year. The MVPs care less about the playoff success. It's there. He's already won 3 of them in 6 full seasons.
MVPs, man. Yeah.
If he keeps up this pace, he's well on his way to being in the discussion. I'll just say that about Pat.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean his numbers have been crazy. You can actually make a decent
great
argument.
Names.
You can make a decent argument he should have won MVP. Him and CMC were 2 better MVP candidates than Lamar Jackson, because the team that Mahomes had, that might be one of the worst Super Bowl winners in recent memory, honestly. That top to bottom, with the lack of talent they have, it's got to be top 5 worst teams to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely say that the 49ers were the better team in that game, and I would say the 49ers lost that more than the Chiefs won it. Obviously, because I mean, you had a million opportunities to put them away, and you're up 3. All Mahomes has to do is drive down the field and score a touchdown. Mahomes is going to do that. We know he is. It's like seeing Brady. It's going to happen. And I would even argue, this is a little bit off topic, but I wanted to talk about this. Overtime. Took the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Went down, kicked the field goal. Why would you take the ball first? Under the new rules in the playoffs for overtime, you're going to get a chance.
They didn't know the rules. They didn't know the rules.
That's embarrassing. Apparently. That's where the coaching meltdown is.
That's embarrassing.
I did not know that. That is inexcusable, because you give them the ball first, see what they do, and then you know what you have to do. You gave Mahomes the ball, unlimited time, relatively, and he knew exactly what he had to do. That's easy for him. That was going to happen. So 100%.
I
can't believe that.
And the worst part is that these rules, this is not the first year. This is year 3 or 2. I think it's year 2 of these new. 2. Yeah, because 3 years ago was
the playoff rules.
Is it okay? But they've been in regular season for.
But this is embarrassing. I mean, a few of the 49ers players, like Kyle Juszczyk and then a couple others. I mean, they go up on the stand afterwards and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we had no idea." That's embarrassing. Is this your life, or is this just something you do? Is this just a game? Like, literally, is just all you just show up on Sunday? Like, how do you not study to the every detail about your sport, your profession? You're going into the biggest game of your life, and you don't know the rules. You don't entertain the fact that maybe this might go in overtime. Meanwhile, the Chiefs guys said, we had 2 meetings about this before the Super Bowl. We had a meeting every week of the playoffs. That's where it comes down to. The preparation on the Chiefs side compared to the fact that there were key players for the 49ers who didn't even care to bother looking at the rule change. I mean, that's just embarrassing.
It's just a meltdown.
It's crazy.
And at the end of the day, the team who was most prepared won the game every time.
Usually does.
For the most in the NFL, at least in the highest sports league in the world. Better team, the more prepared team wins the game. All right. I think we touched up on everything. Any thoughts about Taylor Swift? You happy she made it there in time? No? Okay. Good.
Yes.
I don't want to talk
really
about
glad that she made it.
Oh, okay. Spencer, okay.
No, honestly, I just quickly and just want to say that I'm glad this is all done.
Yeah.
Because I know, especially maybe some of us, we have people in our lives and our circles, maybe our Facebook friends lists that people just like to bring stuff up just to be mad about it. Like that's what this Taylor Swift thing was. Like people just will go out of their way to bring it up just so they can be mad about it. It's like, yes, we all know it's very annoying that, she's become the, highlight reel of all this. But I'm just glad because the Super Bowl yesterday, it's never just about the football. It's always about the commercials, the halftime thing. It has never been less about the football until yesterday. And I'm just kind of glad it's all over with and we can focus up on the NBA and hopefully, Jokic or Doncic don't go get like famous girlfriends and ruin the NBA season now.
No, those guys they already got wives. They're done. Those guys just genuine dudes, one and done wife thing. Good men. Speaking of Doncic and Jokic, our white European brethren, we uploaded a new MVP list. Each of us had our own rankings. If you haven't seen that, go to our Instagram. It's on Twitter too, but no one checks Twitter anymore. Twitter, at least for us, is kind of dead. But it's on Instagram, so go check it out. I want to read them off. I'm just going to read them off, and then we're going to react to it. So my list was Luka 1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 2, Tatum 3, Jokic 4, Kawhi 5. That was my top 5. Of course, we had a few people that were all 3 on our list, but I'll move on to Spencer's list, which was Jokic, Tatum, Shai, Giannis, and Anthony Edwards, which I kind of like. I'll talk about it later. And then Ryan's is Jokic, SGA, Luka, Tatum, and Giannis. Why is Jokic so high for y'all?
Take it away.
Someone speak up. Go ahead, Ryan.
Is that a serious
Give me
question?
the look too. Yes, it is.
He's amazing. Look at his numbers. Look at his team success. He's the best player in the world right now, and he's leading his team. He's the most valuable player. If you take him off the Nuggets, where are they? Are they still in the hunt? Are they still really good in this packed Western Conference? I think he is easily the most valuable player. He has the numbers and the success to back it up. And so until someone shows me something incredible, Jokic is the gold standard for me. And I don't know who's necessarily up there with him right now. Shai's having a great year, and he's second for a lot of the reasons I just mentioned about Jokic. Luka is having another amazing year. Statistically, I could see him being 1 or 2 on somebody's list. And then Tatum, I put Tatum at 4 because I'm biased.
Yeah, you're a little hard on Tatum, I think.
I'm trying to look at the individual
but
success. No, yeah, I'm trying to look at the individual success, and he's not having the numbers as the guys ahead of him. And then Giannis at 5. I'm surprised, and I would love to hear why Luka's not even on Spencer's list.
Yeah, I'm actually curious too. Let's hear that one.
Not judgment, just
so
curiosity.
This is tough for me. So it's obviously tough because Luka is probably the best scorer in the sport as far maybe outside of Embiid.
No, he's better than Embiid. Trust me. Embiid gets 12 points a game off free throws. Keep going.
Yeah, at least 12 a game. So yeah, he's probably the best scorer in the sport, and he's one-man offense, makes players around him better. He is a really fantastic player, and I don't think he's really touching his ceiling yet. He's been in the league. This is his fourth full year that we're going on. He's got
Luka.
The sky's the limit for Luka. Is this year 5?
This is year 6.
Oh, this is year 6. I was being very generous. My bad.
He's 24 though.
It's because years. It's because the bubble year in 2021 just kind of blurred. They blur together so much.
Yeah. No,
so for
right.
Luka, it's like, how do you leave him out of your top 5 when he's averaging damn near triple double, almost 35 a game? It's hard. This award could be his. I gotta see a top 6 seed, and I know they're right there. Like, they're knocking on the door. They made some deadline moves. They could change it, but as of when we made these lists on Sunday, show me a top 6 seed, and you're right back in it. I can't leave Anthony Edwards off with. He's the best player on the 1-seeded Wolves team. I can't leave him off. I have Tatum too, obviously my favorite player in the sport, but the Celtics are 4 games ahead of the rest of the league.
Anyone else? Yeah.
And he's playing some of the best basketball of his career right now. I think he's averaging close to 8 or 9 assists over the last 10 games, which is, we've always wanted to see an uptick in playmaking for him. And now he's doing that. And so his numbers are starting to match the other top guys. I know the stuff from SGA night to night from a scoring perspective. It's brilliant. And the Luka omission is just simply, I just need to see them at least in the top 6. And I know the talent isn't
That's fair. So
up to par with other teams, but let's get there.
You obviously value team ranking, which is fine. I mean, they are a game away from being ranked. They're 1 win away from being 5, the 5th seed.
They're knocking on the door.
And then they got a whole lot better, which we'll talk about in a moment. I really want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks in a moment. But pre-trade deadline, this team without Luka is damn near a lottery team. Post deadline, they're playing still, which is where they're at now. Which is why I have Luka so high. Plus, I mean, he's averaging 35 a game, 35, 9, and 9. I mean, it's just his output's crazy, and he's doing it on 38% 3-point shooting and 50% field goal shooting. So I mean, he's close to a 50-50 or 50-40-90 player, averaging 35 a game, which I think is absolutely insane. He's actually on pace right now to be the all-time leading scorer. He's well above where LeBron was at 24, which is something also crazy to think about. Not well above, but he's comfortably ahead.
It's kind of freaky,
but he's got good luck matching LeBron James' longevity. No one's touching that in NBA history. What do I want to say? Yeah, I like that. I don't like Giannis in your top 5. I don't in both of y'all's, just personally. Ryan, why is Giannis up there for you can? I'm sure you and Spencer probably had the same opinion on this one. So go ahead and just let me hear it.
Well, I think this year, more than years past, he's been a lot more important to that team. I think you couldn't really argue that the past 3-4 years, the Bucks have been positioned with, coaching when they had Budenholzer and they had a really good supporting cast, and Chris Middleton was still amazing. That team, you take Giannis away, and we even saw it when he wasn't able to play, whether it was injury or just off the court for whatever reason. They were still a very, very good team. I think if you take Giannis away from this team, they definitely crumble, and they have been kind of crumbling since the addition of Doc Rivers. But that's primarily my reason. Is, like I said, a huge thing for me in the MVP race is take this player away from the team, and how well do they do? And then, okay, so the Bucks are not going to be nearly as good without Giannis. And then you look at where they are in the standings, and you say, okay, that is a very important player to that team.
That's fair.
Giannis is another big thing here. He's only missed 2 games. He's played 51 of 53 eligible games, and his personal impact is crazy. Quick advanced stat, just because this is where all the top guys are at. Estimated wins added. Shea is actually number 1. So that's why he's on all of our lists with 14.9 estimated wins, and Giannis is right there with 12.7. But like I said, he's only missed 2 games. I really value availability. And then you have the coaching change. It's obviously not looking good for the Bucks. Like that, it seems like they sucked a lot of wind out of their sails, even though they made a big deal. Like Adrian Griffin was not doing a good job. I mean, they were the 2 seed at the time. They've only dropped down to the 3 seed, and that's kind of because Cleveland's on a 9-game win streak, and
they're hot.
Donovan Mitchell was really right there for my 5th.
He's 6 on my list. I was about to bring that up.
He's lighting 6. The world on fire, and it's going to be weird to see what happens with him this summer, because I think a lot of people have speculated for a long time that he's going to inevitably leave Cleveland. But with what they have right now with Mobley, Allen, and Garland,
that's a
perfectly primed team to go on a run for a long time. So,
this could be a team that makes some noise in the postseason this year. Honestly, they match up great against Boston, and I think that's the only team you need to match up well against in the playoffs.
And the Knicks, in the case of the Cavs. but
yeah, they got to get past New York
last year. Yeah. They got to get past Brunson.
I thought they were going to go a lot further last year, and then New York all of a sudden. That was bad. We're just like the Bucks also with an all-time throw as well. Although Miami was one of those teams where they started off really bad and just got incredibly hot at the right time, as y'all are very much aware of. Good times.
One yesterday.
Derek White got y'all.
One yesterday.
Derek White got y'all a 7. Yeah, well, Jimmy Butler wasn't playing, so yes, I see your hand.
So you've been asking us questions about our list. I want to ask you one question in particular about your list.
All right.
I think the first 4 are fair, but I was slightly curious about the inclusion of one Kawhi Leonard in yours.
That's fair.
And what did you see? What do you like?
What do you want to know?
What you
okay.
like, but...
Well,
he likes Kawhi Leonard.
Fully forgiven Kawhi from all his transgressions.
He did nothing wrong.
I think yeah, I know. I realize that now. He didn't do anything wrong. Well, he's been available. That's a big one. Like what we've been saying. And the Clippers are the best team in basketball since December 1st. And a lot of people will put that on James Harden, but James Harden was not. It was really Kawhi Leonard pretty much leading the team and taking charge on offense. And of course, a top 3 defender in the game still. He's shooting on insane efficiency right now. He is shooting 53%, 46% from 3-pointer, 46%, which is second in the league. 24, 6-4, 1 and 2. So, I mean, he's got his numbers are there. Obviously, his points per game aren't the same, but in that type of offense where the ball is spread between Kawhi and you got Paul George and you have James Harden, you're going to see your points per game kind of go down. But he's playmaking really well. Like I said earlier, 50, 40, 90 club. So, I mean, he's right now arguably the best player in basketball. In his last 5, he's been on a tear as well. He's averaging around over 30 plus a game, 36 and 6 a game his last 5. So that's why I have Kawhi there. Obviously, 5 is super, super fluid. I had at 6, tied 6 was Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Edwards. I don't have Giannis too high on my list, just because he has Damian Lillard. But I liked y'all's reasonings. I thought that was, especially with the coaching mix up, and they're still hanging in there. So I think it's all. But I mean, once you get past the top 3, really the top 4, I'd say it doesn't matter. No one sits there and goes, "Oh, who finished 5th in the MVP voting in 2011," which was Tony Parker, ironically enough.
Dude. I remember the fifth place finish in 2017. That was Isaiah Thomas.
There you go. So we remember some of them. If they're from your team, you might remember them. But besides that, no one's going to sit there and be like, "All right, name the 2004 5th place MVP vote getter." So
exactly
that's why I have Kawhi there, just because he's insanely efficient, and that team is the best team in basketball right now as we speak. There's no one better than
them in Cleveland right now. They're just on a tear.
Yeah. But I think it's really funny. They've been pretty much dominating their last few games, but they cannot. They have been super close with the Pistons in both games. The Clippers have, and that's the same with the Celtics. The Celtics struggle for some reason for about 3.5 quarters against the Pistons. And then
it's just the bad teams. You don't expect them to
play down,
bring their A game, but then they always bring their A game because if you're a top seed, they're trying to show out. They're trying to get a contract. Yeah, it's their Super Bowl. They don't want to get traded around the deadline. They're going to bring their A game. They don't want to get cut. Killian Hayes, R.I.P.
Yeah, I just thought I thought it was funny.
I thought about wearing the Killian Hayes jersey this week. This was the first episode we've done since he was cut by the Pistons.
That's right. You have a Killian Hayes. Yeah.
Oh, the
Pistons are free. Let's
get him on the Spurs. Come on, let's get him on the Spurs. He's better than Devontae Graham. Let him play.
No, he's not.
Minutes. He's better than Devontae Graham. Come on.
I don't know. It's tough to get.
This is a free top 7 pick. This This is a top 7 pick being put on your lap. He's just
He
sitting.
got cut by the worst team in the league.
It's pretty tough to do.
The worst team we've
poorly
seen
run
in
organization.
years.
Bad. Get Pop in there. We know their Spurs are great with development. I don't know what else they're great at right now. It's not winning basketball games, but if you can just bring in Killian Hayes. Oh, he's got the pen. I must have said a bad word. That's my bad.
He didn't even know.
Didn't even know. So that's where we're at on a Monday afternoon. So
we're gonna work with this. We're working with it. I was looking forward to the Pistons having the worst record ever, but now they're 4-6 in their last 10, and it's just not happening. They're gonna have a 10-win season, sadly.
At least make it memorable. Come on.
You know what's crazy is that they actually
quick.
they might pass the Wizards, and the Spurs.
Let's do a quick check-in on the tankathon for the NBA, just because you have a rooting interest, Will, as a Spurs fan. So Detroit holding down that 1, Washington 2, San Antonio all the way up to, hey, you got double-digit wins now. When did that happen?
The issue is the Charlotte Hornets for the Spurs top 3 picks.
That is an issue. They're trying to bottom out, but they got some. I like what they did. They got some veterans in there. They got say what you will about Grant Williams and Seth Curry, but they got some guys in there who have been.
Hey, Seth Curry gets to play in his hometown.
Yeah, he looks miserable when he's there, but hey, you know what? Gets to play in front of his dad.
Looks when he has to show up to
exactly. But deep down, he loves the game.
I do. But speaking of the Hornets, they actually got rid of Mitch Kupchak today. So new look Hornets, especially after the deadline, new management. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, Kupchak's still in an advisory role, but yeah, he's out.
Do you think I could apply to that job?
Maybe.
You?
Do you know
probably.
ball?
You can apply to it. You can apply all you want.
Don't know how further you're going to get than that, but you can apply.
Just tell me I can apply.
Like the dude who applied to be the OC for the Packers or something. You remember?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Extensive.
If I can get an interview, I can get the job. Give me an interview.
Yeah. Well, I'll set something up with you.
Oh, thanks.
No, I won't. My fault. So yeah. What were you even talking about? Oh, the Spurs, and we went on that. Then the Hornets. Speaking of the Hornets,
we're talking about bottom feeders.
They got rid of y'all's favorite player, Gordon Hayward, which brings us into our trade deadline topic, because the trade deadline did happen since the last time we have met, and I thought it was it wasn't explosive like I was hoping, but the teams who needed to make trades made the right trades, and for starters, the Thunder and the Mavericks got exponentially better, and the Thunder are already really good. I think Gordon Hayward really just gets them to that spot, because now they have some veteran leadership. Ryan, you're big on Gordon Hayward. Go ahead and give me what are your thoughts, man? You got any thoughts?
Yeah, I do actually. The Thunder got better. That was a great move for them to make. You can't argue their regular season success that they've had this season. They've had a great year. It's all coming together for them. But a big thing against this team was the experience, the veteran leadership, and they addressed that. And, to be fair, they not only got that, but they got a player in Hayward that can still go. I don't know if he's going to be giving you in the range of 30 to 50 anymore at all, but he could get you 20 on a good night.
He was never given 50.
He was given 50.
Dang, man.
He was given 50. A couple times.
Do not look up Gordon Hayward's career high in points. Do not look up the date.
Hey, you know what, though? I said 32-50. That gave me a lot of leeway in there. However, he can still, come off the bench, give you some. If you want to start him, that could be fun for me. But yeah, great veteran leadership. He can still get you some points. I like the move a lot. I think it was a great move for them to make.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Gordon Hayward's career high. 44 points on January 6th, 2021.
So just to rephrase, Ryan, was 30 to 44. 30 to 44.
Yeah.
But that's
30
good.
to 44.
This is a great move.
Watch him drop 50.
Dude, maybe.
I'll be pissed.
So he's not suiting up until after the All-Star break, and this basically is just telling you that the Thunder had the luxury of making this move, but not needing to make this move. They gave up. they gave up nothing. Trey Mann's a nice young player. We'll see if he gets some more run here. Well, he is getting more run in Charlotte. I think he had like 9 assists in his debut. Good for him. That's a place where you need to go if you're a young player. You need to go to a bad team, get some reps. You're never going to get those reps on a competing Thunder team. So the Thunder, this was just a luxury buy for them. They didn't need it, but it upgrades some of the Josh Giddey minutes when he's been underperforming. Gordon Hayward's a great connector. He can go get his own shot. This is just a great team adding a nice piece. He's on an expiring contract, so they don't have to commit money long term. Huge win. Way to use those second round picks. And they still have 1 million first round picks. The Thunder do.
That's true. I mean, and the Hornets also just crushed it, getting rid of everyone they need to get rid of. They have a ton of salary cap room. Calorie sap. It was going to be calorie sap room. Salary cap room. They cleared out a lot of that. They got a first round from Miami earlier on for Terry Rozier, Scary Terry, Boston legend. So now they can build around LaMelo and Brandon Miller, which is what they need to do, especially with their pick this year. And then they got a few in the coming years. Charlotte will be a playoff team. 26. Give it 2 years. Got 2 seasons. This one and next, and then you got a playoff team. I didn't say playoff team could be an 8 seed. All right.
They were a play-in team when they had everybody healthy a couple years ago. So maybe.
That's true. Maybe. We'll see though.
Depends on Brandon Miller if he can really keep this up.
And what else? Oh yeah.
It's a home run.
Like I said, I talked about this earlier before we started recording. ESPN hates the Dallas Mavericks for whatever reason. They said the Dallas Mavericks were losers at the deadline, but I think they got the pieces they need to build a fringe contender team. I know Spencer's not too high on that. I don't know what Ryan's thoughts are.
I really like Daniel Gafford. I do
too.
I don't know.
PJ Washington.
I think there's some redundancy. They didn't need to go do that. I didn't like that move. I like the Gafford thing. I think there's a little bit of redundancy with Lively. I don't know. I just think they rely obviously a ton on Luka, Kyrie when he's available. And then this is how you end up having Tim Hardaway gets so much usage there too. I think they just needed another guy who they could take some of the pressure off of Luka. Especially considering how unreliable Kyrie can be physically and emotionally. He's been great on the emotional side of things for about 18 months, but we never know when he might just decide he doesn't want to play basketball anymore. But I like Daniel Gafford as a player. We'll see how they fit him in, if that works well alongside of Lively or if they get to stagger their minutes. The PJ Washington thing, we'll see.
Yeah, that was not the needle mover. So yeah, I think they're a winner, but they say they're a loser. The only losers that I really saw were the Lakers and the Bulls and DeJounte Murray. Lakers should have got DeJounte Murray, but
Lakers got Spencer Dinwiddie though. So
yeah, there you go. Ryan loves Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, he does.
I did. I'm sure he's a great guy. I don't know what he's bringing to the table at this point. I guess, more.
He needs to bring a freaking,
you will take your 9 points per game
razor.
on 30% shooting and you will like it. All right.
He needs to bring a razor to the table. This homeless man look he's going for. I don't know. He looks clinically
him and KD
depressed.
That's
I don't know what's going on in his life.
He's going to fit in Los Angeles.
Looks miserable. The haircut, the beard.
With all the homeless people out there.
I don't know what's going on there.
We hate you.
We do.
Yeah, LA. What was LA doing at the deadline? I mean, they just sat there and just waited, and then nothing happened. I mean, and they're not better for it.
No, it was a team
not a very good team, which is really weird to say.
Oh, Kyle Lowry signed with the Lakers.
Cool.
Oh,
I just read.
So they have two Spencer Dinwiddies.
I thought he was on the Sixers. Was that just a fake graphic?
ESPN saying Kyle Lowry's a Laker.
Is that right now?
I'm looking at
was
it.
That just
I clicked. No, it says he's on the Hornets. What the? Oh wait, Lowry was bought out by the
he's signing
Hornets
with the
and
Sixers.
will join the 76ers. Then what is
What do you?
what,
No.
ESPN?
Stop.
What are we doing here?
Stop spreading misinformation.
I know.
Yeah, no, he's with the
What did you
Sixers.
see?
I remember when they made that graphic.
Point
I
guards
think you read this.
Dinwiddie and Lowry will be. Yeah. I misread it. I kind of read a little fast.
Yeah, I see it now.
Minor
it's
reading
okay.
error.
That's okay.
I lose.
That's okay.
Lowry would have been
spelling
good.
mistake.
Lowry would have
No,
been better
Lowry's
than
not
Dinwiddie.
good. Lowry's only good under the Heat aura where they make magic
I don't know why
potions
the
and
Sixers
jog
got
up
him.
these players. Yeah, Heat culture is what makes him good.
Heat
and
culture
what
is
makes
real.
anybody good.
Heat
It is
culture
real, I'll give him
sucks.
It blows and it looks terrible on the court in the jerseys.
It
by the way.
sucks.
It's awful.
Well,
No,
it
we're
looks
talking
terrible
about
in the jerseys.
the branding, the whole theme, Heat culture with the.
Well,
court
Heat culture
and
made it to the finals.
Yeah,
so
and now they have practice jerseys that they wear in the games and want people to get excited.
yeah,
about
isn't that bad?
miserable.
And they have
They're
a
so ugly.
gradient paint.
Up.
It's terrible.
It's
Thank you,
awful to
Ryan.
watch on TV. But we did that yesterday.
Y'all are making my life hard. These bombs y'all like to drop in. I can't find them when I'm editing them. I'm sorry,
Which
Robert.
bombs?
Editor Robert can't find them when he's editing them.
Yeah, Robbie can't find the F bombs.
Yeah, there you go, Robbie.
I think I had one sneak in last time that you didn't catch. I think that's just my goal.
No, I caught them all.
Caught them all,
What?
Pokemon?
What is Ryan?
That
Ryan, are you
was-
good?
Yeah, there was just an audio spike on my end, and I just got.
Am I talking like a robot now?
No, you
No,
weren't.
it's just
There was
Ryan. He's
Do I
just,
have
there
to-
was- I don't know what that was. There was just
Okay.
a spike
it's just
in
Ryan.
the audio in it.
I was
Scared
like, do
me.
I have to pause?
No, you're fine.
Do I have to
Ryan's
pause?
poor
and
choice of
figure out
internet.
No, you can carry
So
it. It's not my
I'll send
choice.
my Focusrite
It's not
back.
my choice. It's
Focusrite
fine.
been doing me right. No pun intended.
Oh, that was.
So
That was a
I'm
lot.
glad you're okay, Ryan.
Thank you.
It scared me.
Yeah,
It
you
scared
scared
me.
us, man.
It's okay. We're here. It's
Really
Monday.
took us for a ride there, man.
Yeah. So I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh yeah, talking about the Lakers. Anyways,
We were talking about the trade
Um,
deadline. There's a couple other things.
that's all right.
wasn't
Yeah, there
really-
was. The
there's-
The Knicks made some moves. That was before the deadline happened. We already knew about those.
Good moves though.
Knicks, the Raptors made good moves. Pacers,
Did
like
they,
whatever.
As a
That's
Celtics
why I said
fan,
whatever.
the one thing that's really exciting about
Yeah,
the
you
deadline
got
day.
Tillman. Yeah,
Well, we got Tillman. We know that's good. Tillman's a fantastic defensive player, and he's probably going to play 15 to 20 minutes a game for us. And then
is what you
some nights he'll play a lot more depending on the matchup. That's cool. The
I mean, or
76ers,
Chris Tapps needs a day off.
yeah, exactly. The 76ers gave us Jaden Springer on a silver platter, and I don't look.
That was
Jaden
weird.
Springer's just Jaden Springer, but if he has
That's
a
not a
moment
needle
in a
mover.
playoff series, but think about the rivalry here. If he just has like a big knockdown three in a playoff moment,
It's all
like,
theory, man.
it could be fun. I'm just saying. I know. And I want to curse again, but I won't. I hate the 76ers. I hate the Heat the most. The 76ers are second. And they just
Lakers
gave us
third?
a elite defensive player. He's a 0 on offense. I'm well aware. But if he like locks down like Maxey for a possession, then like this is going to be huge. This is going to be amazing. So thank you 76ers for Jaden Springer. He's 21 years old and is an elite defensive player. So thanks for just giving him away for
Springer.
nothing.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. I guess I think you always got to throw in the Celtics when we talk hoops.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
course.
Actually, we do.
So my buddy Riley, friend of the show, loves talking about the Thunder. I know a lot about the Thunder now. I know a lot about Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe's cool. He's cool.
He
Two
is good.
first names.
No, I like that Thunder
Two
team.
first names.
That Thunder team's legit, and they're going to be really legit in next year and the year after. That's going to be a problem. They're going to cause problems in the NBA. And I just dropped my pin. What did I want to? We got probably about 5 minutes left on the show. Do we want to do this? No, I don't want to do a draft thing.
No.
We did that last week. I was looking at it. Sorry, Drew. You're not going to listen to this anyway. It doesn't matter. You don't hear what I'm saying.
Spence, you have any locks for us?
Oh yeah, give us some. I was gonna.
Gosh, we can.
Prize
I'm
Picks
sure
been
Will has some
hitting.
bets from last week that he'd like to share.
People need
and
to get money
no,
I was
back
so
after the
bummed.
Super Bowl. Will needs money back after
The
yesterday.
past doesn't.
I
Me?
totally screwed the pooch by not doing a Spencer's spread last week, but it wasn't close enough to the Super Bowl. I didn't think. Did okay.
That's
Did
fair.
okay yesterday. Did okay mostly on the NBA, but the one Super Bowl thing, if you were just betting live, I got the Chiefs plus 6.5. And I guess this was like peak when
Goodness, yeah, I
shit
was
was
when they're
hitting
down
the fan.
10.
Like this was like a great time to grab some value. And so I live bet that. And obviously Chiefs end up winning. Before
Should've
the
bet their
game,
money line.
the only thing I took pregame was Travis Kelce to score a touchdown because I thought that was just a lock.
Mine were bad.
Should have just taken the yards
huge
because he
misses.
had like 93 yards, but they were double and triple teaming him in the end anytime they got near the end zone. So it didn't work out. But
What about that
yeah.
guy becoming a very rich man because Juwan Jennings threw a touchdown?
the worst part of that is that he went on to say that was a joke.
crazy.
He just thought it was funny. But he did
To
tweet it
make the
before
bet?
it happened. No, he didn't make the bet. He just this guy
He
with like
predicted
he had like 40,000 retweets or
Oh,
whatever. It was like,
okay.
imagine if Juwan Jennings throws a touchdown right here. Which very cool. He did. I guess because he did it like Tennessee or something. Like he used to do trick plays like that. But I don't know. Anyway,
All right.
did you make any money yesterday, Will, on the Super Bowl?
Besides the that one that I had from last
The Mahomes
week, which
free yard.
the Mahomes just 0.5 yards. That was good. That one
He
hit.
did do that.
That was
He did
because
do
of
that.
Steph Curry, though. Earlier on in the week,
Yeah.
Stephen blessed.
Thank you, Steph.
Besides that, it was whiff. I had like Valdez
Shocked.
Scantling 21 yards. He got 20. Pacheco didn't even see much. I had Clyde Edwards-Helaire 10 rushing and receiving yards. He didn't touch the ball once, I don't think.
No, I don't think he was on the
So-
field. No, miserable.
Exactly.
I didn't see him.
No, so it should have canceled. So
Should
Whatever,
have, but didn't. No. Healthy scratch like Kadarius Toney. I love that they had to do that. Healthy scratch, Kadarius Toney, maybe the worst player in the sport of football. Yeah. Nice.
him or Nelson Aguilar when he was on the Eagles.
Yeah, take your pick. Yeah, Nelson Aguilar. Love him. Ryan, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
love Nelson
Friend of the show.
Aguilar?
I have conflicted feelings.
We'll leave it at
How?
that.
How do you
because
have conflicted feelings?
It's like asking
It's
if
kinda
you
like-
love
Is
Nikhil
this Ryan's
Harry.
rant? Do we have Ryan's rant? Is this
Nelson
it?
Aguilar. It's kind of like when you're going out with a girl and nothing's really
Yes.
moving the needle for you, right? It's just not great. You can't put your finger on it, but there's just something missing there. You're not seeing it, and so you break up. You're like, all right, you're not too torn up about it. You move on to the next thing, and the next shitty wide receiver girlfriend you get, and then you see Nelson maybe on TV one day, and she's looking pretty in a new outfit with a new man, and she's, playing pretty well. And you're like, well, okay, get hair done. Is that what that is? What, new makeup, something there. Start hitting the gym or something. And then you're like, well, hold on, this is okay. Where was this when we were together, right? It's like you're seeing, yeah. It's like, so that's kind of where I'm at with Nelson Aguilar. It's like, why weren't you doing the cool things that I've seen you do when you were on the Patriots, and we could have really used you doing that, And he still sucks, but I wish he sucked less like he has been when he was on the Patriots. So that's how I feel about Nelson
That's fair.
Aguilar. It's not really a rant
That's like
per se,
a-
but there you go.
Mini Ryan's rant. Yeah.
I'll have a good one
Little
next
micro
week.
rant. Okay. We'll look forward to that. I got nothing else to say. I don't know.
All right.
We need to do a better job at preparing it. By we, I mean me, but it's on me. I think we covered everything we needed to
I have
do.
a little. I'll do a little something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the guy in Costco today
Got
at the checkout
okay.
line,
Oh, Spencer's rant. Okay.
who went on and on and on about how the game was scripted from before it even started. Hey, I did a little research. And his whole thing was like, well, you know, Taylor Swift came into the picture. Now the Chiefs are doing good. I looked it up. It turns out the Chiefs were pretty good before that. So I think they actually were in the Super Bowl last year.
Patrick Mahomes was good before that.
I think they might have won last year too. And don't quote me on this, but I think Patrick Mahomes has won 2 MVPs before that. So I don't know. I just think that
what the?
Why are there balloons on my screen?
What was that?
What was that?
Congratulations!
Let's go!
How did?
That's it.
Can I do that? How does that?
It looked like a freaking birthday party up in here.
Was that? Are you recording from your iPhone?
Yes.
Oh, that might be.
I wonder if that had
the Lord.
Somebody sent me an iMessage with balloons.
Yeah. What if that was the Ryan? We need to test that. Go ahead and send him a message with balloons real quick.
There's no way that's it though.
Send him confetti.
There's no way.
My lip. Y'all see this? My lip split. Hurts. I got all sorts of ailments and injuries going on right now.
Are you gonna make your game tonight?
Real game
with the foot?
Yeah, I'm going to try to play. They're not going to let me play because I'm going to be limping pretty bad headed into the
They got to keep you on ice for the finals,
the gym,
for the playoff run.
Okay, nothing happened.
Yeah, we're 3-0. Nothing happened. All right, so I don't know what that was. Spencer's. I guess he's throwing parties without us, man.
Maybe it's my thank you, bro, anniversary.
It's not.
It's not.
What, like a month? It's not even that.
Happy 1 month.
We're at week 3 with you. We're at week 3 with him. So
yeah, week 3.
1 month with the best. Love you.
We've already had such amazing memories together.
I'm gonna do the outro,
guys. Real quick. Don't do 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month anniversaries ever. Okay,
it all leads to heartbreak,
and it's stupid, and we hate.
And it also wastes of money. It's stupid. I don't want to be looking at that on social media. I am one who did it, so on me, my fault.
Go big on the 1 year. Go big on the years, and don't do the little ones because then the year feels like
18-month crap.
Yep, the year is meaningless if you do years 3, 6, and 9. So just go big on the year.
It's a relationship. It's not a child.
That's life advice.
There's some life advice right there. And actually, better yet, just don't even talk to women, guys. It's just not worth it. See, thank you. Just keep it with the bros.
No, that's it.
Thank you. Keep it with the Thank You Bro podcast. I know Ryan doesn't like that one, but anyways, Ryan, go ahead and get us out of here, man. I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Thank You Bro podcast. If you made it this far, we want to first of all thank you so much for joining us. Drew, I know you're listening. Text me. Anyway, I've been Ryan. He's been Spencer, and he's been Will. We had a great time today learning about the Super Bowl, betting, the NBA trade deadline, and a little bit about love. So, from our little family, from our Dung Kings to yours, we love you.
Terrible.
We'll see you back next week. Have a wonderful week, everybody.